Senator from New York is recognized.
Across New York State and the whole country, schools are closing, businesses are shutting their doors as we face this unprecedented crisis. The public health emergency has exposed the weakness in our economy and in our system. We are not doing nearly enough for workers, for their families, and those who need to deal with medical and financial emergencies that this virus has caused. Congress has a duty to look out for families who are staring down uncertainty, fear, and financial ruin. Our top priority must be strengthening our public health system and ensuring that hardworking Americans who are facing this crisis due to no fault of their own can keep their jobs while taking care of themselves and their loved ones. We must also ensure that businesses, many which have been forced to close their doors in the name of the public good, do not have to cover these unexpected costs alone. The Paid Leave Act ensures that every worker in America has full paid sick and family leave. It strengthens their financial footing. It gives certainty and confidence to businesses. Congress has the responsibility to pass this legislation. It's not only a health imperative, but a financial one too. Unfortunately, our colleague, Senator Johnson, his amendment is cynical and counterproductive. This amendment would eliminate paid sick and family leave provisions in favor of providing coronavirus-affected people with unemployment compensation. So what he's saying is you have to actually lose your job if you need to stay home to care for a loved one or because you're sick yourself. And that's just wrong-headed, because the truth is we want people to keep their jobs. We want people to be able to have their jobs be there when they get better or when their family member gets better. We want them to have their jobs after they recover themselves. This is why paid leave and sick leave is such a better solution than just straight-up unemployment insurance. Workers deserve protections so they don't lose their job just because their kids' school closed and they need to be home to look after them. Wouldn't any employee in America today prefer to keep their job and have paid sick leave rather than having to quit and take unemployment insurance? Wouldn't every member of this body and President Trump himself, want to keep unemployment numbers from exploding any further than they are already? While the unemployment system will continue to play a very important role for those who have lost their jobs, it cannot be the only answer. I want to thank Senator Murray for her leadership, her steadfast advocacy for family and medical leave and paid sick days. This amendment is crafted to provide extraordinary economic stimulus and support to our businesses when they need it absolutely most. And most of all, it's giving certainty because people are afraid. They don't want to have to spread coronavirus to every person they work with. They don't want to have to leave their children unattended at home. They would love to stay at work, but under the circumstances, they cannot. Allow them to keep their jobs, allow them to draw down on paid leave while their child is at home for a week, a month, or 3 months. If they themselves are sick, God forbid, make sure they're not in the community spreading this virus. Make sure they can be home, getting better, and reemerging to do their work when they are well. Democrats stand ready to work with Senate Republicans to pass this important bill. We need to meet the need of the American people today. This is our duty in this grave time of need. I yield the floor.